I would like to invite our keynote speaker, Ms. Gargi Arya. She is the India's youngest coach manifestation biz trainer. She would be talking on the topic Turn Your Pain into Purpose. Please welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. Before I move on to my topic or my introduction for the day, the first thing which I want to begin with is a couple of questions which I want to ask all of you. So is that okay? If yes, then just do this to me. Great. So first of all, my first question to you is, how many of you feel that you have a lot of while you are going through a lot of challenges in your life, you just ask God, why is it me? Why is it always me? Why are you doing this with me? I'm such a kind person, I'm such an innocent person. Why everything that is bad happens to me only? Have you ever asked yourself this way? I have done it a lot, that whenever I was posed by any challenge, मुझे तो यही लगता था हमेशा मैं ही थी. So today my topic for the day is how to turn your passion or how to turn your pain into your power and then converting into your purpose. Beginning with my story started during COVID pandemic. I lost someone I loved, not because of death, but because of some clashes in our family, and at that point of time, I was just 13. Soon, I started feeling that, my sadness started turning into a severe depression. And I was there for around 1 year. 1 year, I knew I had a lot of people in my life to share my pain with. My parents were there, my friends were there, but I was not feeling confident enough to share. I didn't trust anybody, to be honest. And at that point of time, one day when I was completely tired of my life, fighting, struggling, and just acting as if I was happy, but inside I knew I was not. One day came in my life and I had that tipping point, and I actually tried to kill myself. And the one thought that only stopped me that day was, Gargi, is this why your mom took 9 months of pain? Or is this why you were born into this planet? And there was a voice for the first time which I heard from within me that I need to start living for my own self. I need to start reinventing myself. And that's when I took one decision of my life, which is the first point that I want to talk about. You need to start taking 100% responsibility of your life. How many of you feel that, once you start operating from a place of power, once you start to operate from a place of confidence, you will never care about what is happening in your life, because whatever choices you are making, you are seeing the consequences in your life. If you feel you are negative, if you feel that, things are not working out in your life, don't blame anyone, because it's just who you are and the choices that you are making. Sometimes when we are into the challenges, we feel that we are only having that one door in our life. But how many of you would agree that you actually have a lot of windows open, but it's just that because we focus on the one closed door, we are not able to see the other things. How many of you would agree with me? Yes? Great. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is, before even I tell you about my introduction, sorry, I'm taking a little more time to come into the topic. The next thing which I want to talk to you about is the 3 mandates of leadership. How many of you feel that leadership is always about leading the team, leading the people, leading the crowd? Leadership is never about that. Before even you lead anybody else in the room, you should know how to lead yourself. How many of you would agree? So the first point, whenever it comes to dealing or converting your pain into your power to operate from a space of purpose, is to understand that first thing is you need to see the challenges as they are. Like what I feel is funny about humanity is हुआ इतना how you can start seeing the things from the space of an observer. There are two types how we can start living our life. First is when we experiencing the negative part of our life, experiencing the positive part of our life. But when I talk about observer is when you operate from a space where you are like, this person came to me and told me that I am bad at public speaking. Is that person really saying true? Does that person even know me? Or was it just a criticism just to demotivate me? So it's all about, remember, the quality of your life depends upon the quality of the questions you are asking to yourself. If whatever other people are going to tell me, if I take it within me, how many of you would agree I will always live a depressed life? How many of you would agree? Yes. The third thing is, whenever it comes to leadership, make it the way you want to lead it. It's not that if life has given you any challenge, any pain, आपको उसके अंदर बस deeply जाना है. It's not that thing. A leader is someone who knows how to convert that pain into a message. How you can start finding out the message in the mess. And that's what my story, from a girl who was into severe depression to becoming someone who is now called as India's youngest certified life coach and trainer, a TEDx speaker, international motivational speaker, and I've been able to give my online conferences in Ghana, Spain, United Kingdom, and Nigeria. And you know what? The only thing which I want to talk to you about is I started my journey from depression. And today, if you see me, you see the confidence, you see everything, but you have not seen the other side of me who was struggling in pain, who was for 1 year depression. How many of you would agree? The next thing which I want to talk to you about is, whenever we have any challenges in our life, what do? We start asking other people how to deal with this, how to deal with this challenge, how to go for this. How many of you have ever done that? That you start asking other people for the advices. But the one thing which I want to tell and talk to you about is, from today, whenever you have any challenge in your life, remember there are 4 parts of you and you can start finding the answers from it. First is the magician. What will my magician do? How many of you would agree that whoever you are today, there is a bigger person sitting within you? There is someone sitting in you who knows that, this is my inner calling. I want to make big in life. How many of you would agree? That's why the first part of you, whenever you have any challenge in your life, is first understand that you have a magician inside you. A magician is someone who operates from a space of magic, trust, faith, and surrender in the process. That things might not work out right now, but I know it's happening for my greater good. How many of you agree with me? So whenever you have a magician or problem in your life, ask your magician, what will my magician say? It could be an 80-year-old enlightened version. Even if I'm 17 right now, I can ask myself, you know what? If I know that I have a potential in me, I can ask myself, what will my 80-year enlightened version do in this situation? How many of you would agree? The second thing is coming from a space of warrior, or rather warrior princess. Warrior princess is like when you know and when you have that power inside you that I will do anything in this life. No matter whatever challenge comes, I know how to take action. I know how to turn this around. I know how to do it. How many of you have this much confidence in you? Yes, the third thing is coming from a space of sovereign. Sovereign is where you feel a sense of fulfillment, freedom, flexibility, where you know that, if I ask my sovereign, then I know it's coming from a space again from power and potential. And the last thing is, how many of you believe in love here? How many of you do it? Just raise your hands. So if you believe in love, then the only thing which I do is, I keep my hand on my heart and I just ask myself, what will this say to me? What will my heart say to me? Because remember, a lot of people say that we need to operate from mind, but I am ulta case. I don't operate from mind, I operate from my heart because I know my heart knows where it is going to go. How many of you can agree? Yes. How many of you here are heart people? You operate from your heart, just raise your hand. Any mind people, sorry for the comment then. Yes. So I hope that today my story and whatever I told you here, due to shortage of time, I cannot go further, although I have a lot of things to talk about. But yes, even if today one word could inspire you and influence you, I just want you to take action over it and not remember me as like, yes, Gargi ko suna tha, but kuch yaad nahi aa raha. Yes, got it. So thank you so much everyone for listening to me and thank you.